It is criterion.ets.org is the site. It is a writing service that we use. Okay. So you're going to sign in and you're going to use your school login. If you have not set up an account yet, you'll have to create one. Okay. And you need to use your school login and school password. All right. So if you haven't yet, actually, let me go on my site and see which ones of you does have. I'm going to go to my roster. Okay, so Zane has an account. Carson has an account. David has an account. Madison, do you remember yours?
Not really, but
it should be, well, your username is 2024 FOUMA, and then it should be your school password. Okay, Taylor Fritz, Cadence has one, Cherokee has one. Charlotte, you have one. Okay, Sean, Vanessa, you have, actually Vanessa, you have two. I don't know why, and Anna, you have one. But William, Andrew, and Carissa, I didn't say your name, did I? Okay, so you're gonna have to set up an account, okay? So you'll create an account. Have you done it at all in another class? No, okay, I didn't think so. The other classes don't use them so much anymore. So use your school username and password, okay? And create an account. And I'll have to get because you need let me see, get access code. Okay. And the code you need to use, there is an access code that you'll have to put in. It is capital W 9, capital J, capital K, and then there's a hyphen, and 3, capital F, 9, 4, okay? Because it will ask you to sign in with it for a particular class, all right? Vanessa, you need to let me know well, it'll tell me which one of your accounts, because we need to delete the other one. Because guys, we only have a set number of accounts allowed for our school for Criterion. It's not an unlimited number. So we have enough for every student in the building, which means you can't just create multiple accounts. So I have to let Mrs. Matizak know that we have an extra, and which one that she's the only one that can delete it. So I'll have to tell her. But once you use it today and get an essay or part of an essay in, I'll know which one of your accounts you're using.
I have to make one.
You have to make one, yes. Okay, so to create the account, you need to use this access code. That will put you into my class.
That's you or a 9?
I think I have it due Tuesday.
Is that a 9?
That's a 9. W9JK-3F94. Okay, all the letters are capitals.
So is this for all of us?
The access code is just for the people who didn't have an account. Yours, you don't have to put that in because you're already in. Okay, so your essay assignment is to write about a favorite possession. It's a descriptive essay, which means you need to describe, use your senses, use imagery. What does it look like? Is it round? Is it square? Is it smooth? Is it rough? What colors? If it makes a sound, yes. Okay. If it has a scent to it, maybe it's a candle and you love the scent of it. or it's your old stuffed animal and it's got kind of a funky smell to it. I mean, you could tell us that, all right? I remember one of my cousins when he was a kid had this pillow that he absolutely loved, but that pillow stank because he slept with it every night and had it with him always.
Do we have to give a description of why it's our favorite?
Well, you just need to tell us why, explain why, okay? As far as being descriptive with that, yes.
That's for a title.
Oh, a title means a Mr. or a Miss. You don't have to put that in. It's not required. And those of you creating your accounts, we found earlier that if you put an email address in, it didn't work so well, or it wouldn't work. So I don't know if you already have your email address in and it's working just fine. If you do put it in and it doesn't work, take the email address out and then try it, okay? All right, anybody having difficulties? Okay, so listen, you are allowed 3 tries on the essay. You want to try and get a 6. A 6 is the top score. A 5 is really good. A 4 is passing. So you got 3 attempts at this, okay? If you get a 6 the first time or the second time, you don't have to do the last submission or the last 2 submissions. Yes?
Do the points count as or like the grammar?
They do grade some on your grammar, but it's more about the content we have found, okay? And you need to separate paragraphs because if you don't, it will not give you a very good score, okay? So it does look at paragraphing, all right? And it looks at content. It does give you a score on part of the score is grammar. The better your grammar, the more it helps, okay? But that doesn't seem to be as important as your as the content as far as how Criterion grades. Okay, it does look at that. If you've got a bunch of run-on sentences, it's going to dock you on that. So make your grammar as best you can. But if you grammar is mistakes, they're not going to dock you so much on. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So you have 3 attempts. You should have at least 4 paragraphs to this, and make sure you separate the paragraphs. I don't believe the tab key works in Criterion, so you'll have to do like hit the space bar 5 times, okay? You know how to do that, so you indent your paragraphs and show a distinction between them. You can also separate them with a second, like hit the return a second time. You do not have to double space in this. You can double space between paragraphs. That will help distinguish it, especially if you forget to indent. But you do not have to double space in this. In fact, don't double space. And don't go over 800 words. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to score your, I think it's 800, something like that. You get close to 800 or 9, maybe it's 1200. What is it? I don't think you will go over 800 words, but. Okay, questions. Andrew, were you able to create an account? Okay. William, were you able to create an account? Carissa, were you able to create an account? Okay, the rest of you. Madison, were you able to get into yours? Okay. David, were you able to get into yours? Have you tried? Okay. All right. Everybody else, Vanessa, Anna, Charlotte, you all got in? Okay. All right. Good. So that's what we're going to work on today. I'm going to stop recording. Okay.